Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kahlood Podcast. I am the Psy Guy. Today we sit down for an in-depth conversation that navigate through the trials and tribulations of life's most challenging moments. Our podcast is a tapestry of human resilience, a place where laughter and stories light up even the darkest of times. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. AbuSharif. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Salam rahmatullah.
My name Maher Silwadi.
Ahlo sahla Maher. Welcome to the podcast, Maher.
Ahlo sahla feek.
So AbuSharif, welcome to the podcast. We wanted to ask you about some trials and tribulations, and you went right into it. So Awal Shagla is the trials and tribulations of the juice bar that you're describing in the location of
Manara, Ramallah, Manara, middle of downtown.
In where?
In Ramallah.
In Ramallah.
Ramallah and Al-Bira. They connected to each other.
This is in Palestine.
In
West
Palestine,
Bank.
yes.
Very good. So, trials and tribulations. Our podcast is about trials and tribulations. AbuSharif, number 2. What is trials and tribulations that we're talking about?
تجارب ومحن.
أيوة.
Okay.
So we want to hear about the trials and tribulations, tajaruban, mihan, of the juice life.
Okay, as what I understand from Mihan is like in English is hard situation. What you face in things against your business. My father, he was in fruit and vegetable sales until 1970. His children, they want to go out of the country to study. So in other words, he stayed by himself.
Okay.
But they came with the idea, my two brothers, they said we're going to swap from fruit and vegetables to the juice sales. So actually we started middle of this location in 1947 and 52 until 1970 when he swapped to juice and drinks for sale.
So this started off actually as a vegetable.
Fruit and vegetables, selling them by weight, by pound, by kilo.
Okay.
But in 1970, my two brothers, they got with the new idea to swap it or to change it to juice, which is easy to operate. But my father, as a farmer, and he always have experience with this, to sell in all kind of vegetables, he don't have no experience about this kind of job.
No, gotcha.
But we start with this business until in 1986, I have a friend, I always remember him that he helped the business. He said, I have a juice machine that it make the dirt go on one side and the juice on the other side. You don't have to stop, and he clean it. And I like him. Yani this guy, he helped me a lot. His name, Bassam from Dir Diwan.
Okay.
I always remember him that he helped me. As a guy, he helped the business. So instead, for example, I used to sell like 70 kilo a day, and it jumped to, you're talking about 300 kilo a day.
So the extraction of the fruits or vegetables, depending on what you're squeezing that day,
Exactly.
the device helps you increase dramatically in the actual output of the juice, and it helps you produce more.
For example, in 1970, they don't have that machine available in the market, which is the German. They used to make one. You have to clean it each 2 cups. But after 10 years, the French came with a company. They call it Santos, which is better and convenient for me. You just have to clean it one time in the night.
And these are juicing machines.
Machine, exactly. Yeah. So this is what helped the business, that I have a machine now. I just clean it at the end of the day. And the people, they can't wait all over the world. They want to get fresh and fast. So this is faster. And this is how I start.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So in the beginning, your father started this business off, bringing in fruits, vegetables, selling them. He was a farmer. And then he converted that business into a juicing business, which then had a focus on juicing fruits and vegetables. Until this day, you still juice fruits and vegetables. And then as technology progressed, the machines got better. You started working on creating higher outputs for different juices, and then that allowed you to sell more and grow the business periodically. So in the beginning and then where you're at today. What differences? Like, walk us through that.
I like to mention, like, when you start on business and
Yeah.
you like what you're doing, people they have, especially in that area, in middle of Ramallah and Elbira, people when they look at you, they have compliment, but in a wrong way, which is making fun of you what you're doing. They say, man, but you are falafel better than juice. Man, but your shawarma better than that, or beside that. But to me, I remember how I started. Like 10 years later, I started maybe 10 times double what I used to sell in the 70s.
Mm.
And I like what I'm doing. The stores, one of the situation that store is so small, and that's all we know, just fruit and vegetables. And people here, they start like what I'm doing. And that time, whatever come out in a newspaper, they say this vitamin, let's say pomegranate is good for your heart, it's rich with vitamin K. People don't know what vitamin K. They say carrot rich with vitamin A and B6, B2, which is good for the eyes and everything. People, the apple is good for the skin. So whatever they come out in the newspaper, I used to cut it and put it on the wall. People, they come and look at it. Hey, that's not for me. That's whatever it says in the newspaper.
Yeah.
So people, they start that time not only drinking juice just because, well, it's hot weather and I have to chill or drinking because I'm thirsty. No, they start thinking this is good for your body.
Oh, they started looking at it from a supplement, like they're taking it as a supplemental thing, from a health standpoint. That's crazy. So
I remember I started with grapefruit juice, which is not too much. The majority used to be carrot and orange and a little bit of apples. We talking about 20 years later, I started to get an idea. Like I said at the beginning, people, they make fun of you. Is this, you can make juice out of it? Silwadi, he's making juice out of everything. But hey, these days now we have internet and they we focus on vegetables. It is good for your body. It's more important than the protein or meat and chicken.
absolutely. Yeah.
So the new generation realize, yes, and I make it. Beside that, I make it so cheap. I travel all over the world. I went to Dominican, Caribbean. I went to France. I went to Holland. I went to different Arab country. They always sell these things more expensive, the juice. For example, in France, I went to France in the fruit market. I asked how much the orange juice. He said €5 for 1 kilo. And that time, I remember in Ramallah, it used to be the 1 kilo orange for 1 shekel.
Oh wow.
So compared to the £5, for €5 in France, you're talking about 25 shekel for 1 kilo.
That's a huge
compared
conversion.
to one. So in our country, fruit and vegetable is cheap.
Yeah.
So this is what helped me. Besides, I believe in the juice is not only just because you're thirsty. So the more years coming, the more people they got used to it. For example, people coming to the United States, and they stay 20 years and 30 years. When they go back to Palestine or to Ramallah and Elbira, they remember the Silwadi juice is still there, and they're trying to remember the best, how the first time came at the store.
So you guys have been there through all of it, through the wars, through the conflicts, through everything. So
yes,
and they come back to you, and they remember the landmark that juice store is. That's crazy.
Since you mentioned it, I remember in the first Intifada, we used to do strike at the Manara. And the soldiers, the Israeli occupied, they don't want you to close. So they used to come, make a medal. You say, no, you're not supposed to open for 1 week.
Oh, they'd shut you down permanently for 1 week because there's a conflict.
They closed the store. They put medal for 1 week. So
they'd put rebar around the store.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
A week later, I opened it, and he came again. He said, why you open it? I said, you told me 1 week.
Yeah.
He said, when I told you 1 week, you have to come to me to take permission to open it. So he give you another 2 weeks.
So you're dealing with non-stop conflicts, the police state that is currently in Ramallah. And when somebody talks about Ramallah, they talk about Fatah, the government that's there. It's more safe. When you think about Ramallah and certain areas in the West Bank, you think, okay, when you go here, this is a safe zone. You don't have to worry. But when officers are coming and shutting down your businesses, how are you supposed to make a living at that point?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. After the Oslo agreement, and now we don't see no more Israeli occupation soldiers at the Manara, This is the best thing for our business and the rest of the economy in Ramallah, that at least there is no soldiers to come to say, for example, everybody close the store, there is a curfew. So no more curfew during the Palestinian Authority, they come. This is benefit which is good for the economy.
Yeah.
I mean, political way, maybe some people different about them opinion about Oslo, but I'm talking about the situation compared to the occupation before the Palestinian Authority came. It helped the economy. Matter of fact, it helped my business because before I was suffering. When the Palestinian came in after Oslo, Ramallah came to like fast growing in the business, getting better, and we start selling more until this moment. But we have bad days. We have the Gulf War. We have Intifada, first
Absolutely.
Intifada, second Intifada, same too.
I'm sure that affects inventory as well. When there's war, there's conflict. There's also issues with import, export. Do you guys source all your, or do you import all of the fruits and vegetables, or do you get it locally?
Uh, we tried most we can. It depends on our, like the pomegranate from different villages around Ramallah in Arik,
Okay.
and everybody have his own trees, try to sell it.
Hmm.
But in general, we have this problem during the whole 50 years, which is the Israeli occupation. They try to beat the farmers. That's why when the farmers have a plant and he trying to get the season, try to sell it,
Hmm.
he can't beat the Israeli economy because the economy in Israel, if you have, let's say, fruit and vegetables and you lose, they support them with the money. The Palestinian farmers, nobody support them. So he stopped planting anything. Besides, he trying to think he can go to America, he can go work in Israel as territories, 1948 areas, as a farmer or as a worker. He can make money more than the plant. So that's why we depend on the Israeli product, not because we want, because
Because you have to.
it's not enough too, and
Uh,
nobody can beat them prices.
of course, yeah. They make it to where you have to purchase from a Israeli producer, manufacturer, farmer, to make it right. I've heard multiple stories that fall in line exactly with the struggle that you're going through. So you're dealing with police states. You're dealing with having to shut down randomly. After the Oslo Accords, the Palestinian Authority came in, and life started becoming more easier. The Palestinian Authority allowed more things. The economy started booming. When people describe your store, they describe it like it's Times Square of Palestine, it's a big statement. So when you're at your peak, what would you say are the things that you're looking for now to avoid any mistakes from happening from the past?
These days, people when they made it in the business and they succeed, let's say, in the business and started getting famous and work, and they trying to make another store in number 2, 3, 4, 5. They keep telling me come open a store in Ramallah, uh, in Ramallah area or
Different areas,
different
yeah.
location. To me, we at the beginning we was suffering from not too many sales we did, but right now, Alhamdulillah, we're doing good. So I'm against to have more than one store. Leash, why? Because you focus in one, and you can make it long hours, but you don't have to open one and two. I saw some people they copy like me. They open different stores, like 5 different stores.
Yeah.
But my location is it's better than if I open 5 stores. This location is better than 5 stores,
Yeah.
and you have to be the idea. القناعة كنز. If you're satisfied for what you have income and you agree with it, that's it. That's enough. You don't need to have 5 stores to make a living in that area.
Absolutely. When your belly's full, why want to eat more? خلاص. And you're good, and your family's good, and you don't have to keep going from there. That's beautiful. So if somebody wants to go visit and they want to try and they want to come into the West Bank, and the first thing they get off the plane and they come into Ramallah and they see your store.
They remember when they first time they came at the store, they was like 5 years, 6 years. Now they traveled all over. Then they come back. They like to fresh their memories. They like to remember things. And the most important things, they come to me say, "You remember me?" I said, "Yeah, I remember you." said, Yani, they surprised. I keep telling them, you've been away like 45 years. Said, even you know how many years? Said, yes. I don't know. Maybe the kind of drink that I drink could keep my memory
You
is
triggered
good.
their memory. Yeah, this was an experience for them that they couldn't forget.
Yes, but like I said, Yani, this store's been since all these years, and I seen thousands of people. I remember all these people when they was kids, and now they travel all over the world. They go study. Some of them they become doctors. Some of them he opened businesses,
They
and
live their life, and then when they come back, they still see that piece of their life that's still there.
and
SubhanAllah.
what I like it just you see a lot of people. You're not dealing like during the 80s and 70s. Now the people they more than during the 80s
High population. Yeah.
and in 70s. And then we sell big. That's why we sell it cheap because if we sell 100 of cups a day. That's why we go down on the price because make everybody's happy. Everybody can drink, even if you don't have no money. Still, you can drink in that store.
Yeah. So you're basically saying, if I come to AbuSharif's Juice Bar, by the way, what is this called? What is this?
The name of it, Asir Silwadi.
Asir Silwadi, the juice of Silwadi.
Silwad compared to my village, which is Silwad, is like 16 kilometers from Ramallah,
Okay.
and they call your name, which is what village you belong to.
You heard it here first, folks. Now, if I want to come to you and I've never tried your juice and I'm in Ramallah and I come there, what do I order?
I'm sure that you, if you come from America, you got used to orange juice, so you go with orange juice. And you like pomegranate, since pomegranate is good for your heart.
Okay.
But when you look at, I have some plate in front of me, avocado, for example. And you're going to ask, are you making juice out of avocado? I said, yes. How you make it? I make a
What do you mean avocado juice?
avocado, you add some milk and you add syrup date and honey. And you put it in the blender, and sometimes I give them free sample like here. I give them shot to taste it. Oh yeah, but do you put banana? I said no. It tastes like banana, but it's not banana.
It's almost
When
like
I
a
give
shake.
them,
I have never heard of avocado juice.
yes, you can try it home. Avocado, milk, syrup date to make it sweet, honey and ice, and that's it. Just one cup, like half avocado.
Okay, you're giving us the secrets, Abu
Yes,
Sharif. All right. So this is avocado juice, a famous drink that he has at his juice bar.
Yeah, like I said, if you come from America, you prefer orange juice. And when you drink it, you look at the other things. You like to try everything since it's cheap and fresh and natural and in front of you. And you never hear about this kind of juice. For example, the beetroot with carrot and orange. And you can add ginger, fresh ginger to it.
Okay.
And it's healthy and it tastes. And since you be like in Ramallah, you like to try all kind of juices. So every time you
course.
come, you're trying to until you like, you stick what
You
you
find the one.
like.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
To show you how much of a salesman he is, he mentioned something before, and I wanna confirm because I've seen it on the walls in there. Other than the fact that he has newspaper clippings with the store information and all that,
Yeah.
but also random recipes for this type of juice is good for your heart, good for your eyes, whatever it was. If you remember this, Abu Sharif, in the late 90s, there was an eclipse in Palestine, if you remember. It was a full eclipse. And they were warning people how it's very dangerous for the eyes. So I remember him putting a newspaper clipping on the wall about how good carrots and carrot juice was for the eyes. And he could not stock any carrots, I'm telling you. I think he emptied out all the carrots in the West Bank. My man is a salesman
That is a
above all else.
businessman right
Absolutely.
here. Goodness
And
gracious.
and again, he
It's an
said it.
opportunity.
But also, again, he didn't lie. Right?
He didn't.
Hey, he just put a sign that said carrots are good for the eyes. That's universally known. But everybody's worried about the eyes and everything like that. So next thing you know,
they did the math.
they did the math.
And
He
said
let
1
them do
plus
the math.
Eclipse equals carrot juice.
Carrot juice. And where are we going to get carrot juice? There you go.
Abu Sharif.
Silwadi Juice.
Silwadi Juice, where you
Yeah, I
got
remember we the first store opened as a juice at the Manara.
Got it.
So they don't know, there is no competition. And I'll be honest with you, when we start, like I said at the beginning, we have like 4 different kinds. Now I have like maybe 15. People that long time ago, they don't know what the papaya is. They don't know what dragon
Dragon fruit.
fruit is.
Yeah.
And these things, when I see it in the market, It's expensive all over the world. That's why they call the dragon fruit
It's
the
exotic.
most expensive fruit.
Yeah.
But the fruit market, when they come with a new idea, they're trying to sell it, and nobody buy it. Second choice is make it juice. So they come to me. Nobody buy the big amount except me. That's why I have a good deal in the prices, so I can sell it to the customer with the cheap prices.
Absolutely.
So they try, and they ask me. They trust me because I don't, whatever I heard
It
from
sounds like
internet,
everything's fresh. Everything is fresh.
everything fresh.
Everything
and
is fresh. Everything is per order. Like it's right there. You order it, he makes it right there.
I saw the boxes of like the fruits and vegetables sitting, and that's like because it's not a huge place. It's just half of the place is inventory, the other half is the juicing, and that's it, right?
It's a very small like area, and I'm telling you, most of it is where he and his employees work. And again, you order something, he didn't make it in front of you. It's not one of those things where they got to grab it from the fridge or the freezer, none of that stuff. It's you order it, they make it for you from scratch.
Yeah, that's
It's dope,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, like to mention something else way back. If you have somebody in a hospital and he's sick, people they used to bring chocolate of Silvana, and as a gift, they go to the hospital.
Or the Russell Stevens chocolates, remember those?
Silvana is the
Back
first
home
chocolate
is
that we
Silvana,
know,
yes.
and some people they take flowers.
Yeah.
So the idea came. I have a bottles like half a liter. Bottle is 1 liter, 1 liter and a half. People they come ask me what you think about what you think about the idea to take the guy. So normally I'm not doctor, but from my experience, I say how old is he, what he have. Let's say if they're woman, and let's say she pregnant and she have a boy, I said no, it's good the beat because the blood gotta go down. My idea.
The man said the blood gotta go down. All right, Dr. AbuSharif.
It's experience because sometimes at the beginning they make fun about I make a juice at a beetroot. At the end, the doctor say, yeah, it's good. This is good for the blood.
Blood flow.
Exactly. So now I give them my advice, and instead taking flowers and chocolate, no, give him a
Give them actual juice they can benefit from. You hear that, folks? You gotta go.
Silwadi Juice.
Silwadi.
Asir
There
Silwadi
you
on
go.
the Manara in downtown Ramallah.
Ramallah. Folks, what an experience. I'm sure there are stories. You know what? I'm gonna ask you one last question, just to finish this beautiful episode off. Best customer and worst customer.
Well, the good customer, the one who trusts you. They say whatever you recommend.
Give me what you got.
Get more. So I'm trying as a business to trying to get rid of the avocado or the pineapple. I give him cocktail mix. So I like the one who, and guess what? The one he asked me, whatever you recommend. Yes, in a marketing, I try to get rid of the banana with pineapple and dragon fruit, for example. But for him, it's a natural thing. Whatever you mix, it tastes good,
Yeah.
and he be happy.
I mean, the stuff is fresh.
And let's say the bad customer, the one he come and I'm making a juice in front of him, and I'm trying to put it in a container. He say, "No, I want you to start all over again because I want to see it. I like to hear the machine."
What?
So you have to be patient. And
Hear the machine,
and I see it, a
and,
fresh.
and I have to see the freshness.
Yes, but for example, customer always right, and I've been doing this since 50 years. I don't have no problem to do that again because I'm not going to lose the juice that I have. I have people waiting online. They want to get in the bottles. So we say always it's a good advice. Your customer, you have to be patient with him, especially if you want to make money, and if you have make a name in the market. Whatever the customer said, just be patient. I understand people, nobody perfect. Sometimes we yell and we say no. But to me, some people, they see me, I'm making it fresh. And he's just trying, because he's customer, he's trying to do that from him again. I know he don't mean, to get it fresh. He's just using it as he want me to do exactly what he wants. I consider it the bad customer.
Yeah, no, and you said it best. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, Ramallah, United States, Canada, Mexico, the customer's always right.
Yes.
So you just got to do what they want, make that pleasurable experience, and send them off remembering that, hey, you know what? I got the best juice in Palestine, in the Middle East. AbuSharif, Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else? You look like you want to
Thank you, Kahloot, that you have given me this chance to tell about my experience to the people who are listening.
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck.
We're going to come and visit you. And
You're
get some
welcome
juice.
anytime.
Barakallah.
Ahlan wa sahlan.